President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris appeared for the first time together since Biden ended his bid for re-election and endorsed Harris for the top of the Democratic ticket. They were greeted during the event that celebrated the Biden administration's deal to cut the cost of prescription drugs for millions of Americans.
Meantime, former President Trump met with reporters at his New Jersey golf club to talk about the rise in food prices, which he blames on Vice President Harris. John Fenoglio has been tracking the race for the White House. He joins us live from the KTLA News Center with the latest details. John.
Sharon, Micah, for President Biden, today's announcement was a victory decades in the making. For Vice President Harris, it was an opportunity to court seniors who have not shown her as much enthusiasm as younger voters. For former President Trump, well, he's also attempting to again lean into economic issues while making it clear he feels entitled to personal attacks. President Biden and Vice President Harris making their first joint appearance since she became the Democratic presidential nominee, announcing a major administrative victory, cutting drug prices for millions of seniors on Medicare.
No senior should have to choose between either filling their prescription or paying their rent.
Folks, I have an incredible partner. The progress we've made, she's going to make one hell of a president.
Biden and Harris say their direct negotiations with drug manufacturers will lower the out-of-pocket costs on 10 of the most expensive prescription medications, including Eliquis, used for blood clots, Jardiance for diabetes, and Enbrel for arthritis. The discounts take effect in 2026 and are expected to save seniors and taxpayers billions of dollars.
It's about peace of mind. It's about security.
The negotiations are the result of the Inflation Reduction Act. Vice President Harris delivered the tie-breaking vote to pass the bill in the Senate. Harris will further outline her economic plans Friday in battleground North Carolina. Her campaign says she'll call for a federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries and up to $25,000 in down payment support for first-time homebuyers.
Now Kamala is reportedly proposing communist price controls. She wants price controls. And if they worked, I'd go along with it too, but they don't work.
Former President Trump delivering his own economic counter-programming from his New Jersey golf club.
All we have to do is define our opponent as being a communist or a socialist or somebody that's going to destroy our country.
It's the former president's second attempt this week to lay out a clear economic message to struggling voters on confronting inflation. Surrounded by grocery items, Mr. Trump tried to tie Harris directly to rising costs, but soon pivoted from policy to personal attacks.
I think I'm entitled to personal attacks. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for her intelligence. Whether the personal attacks are good, bad, I mean, she certainly attacks me personally. She actually called me weird. He's weird.
Neither Harris nor Trump have offered many details about their economic plans so far. When Trump was on script today about the economy, he promised to slash energy costs in half within 18 months of taking office. He also repeated his calls to eliminate taxes on tips and on Social Security. Again, Harris is slated to lay out her economic proposals tomorrow. Meantime, Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, agreed today to debate VP Harris's pick, Governor Tim Walz. The two will square off on October 1st. In the News Center, I'm John Fenoglio. Back to you.
John, thank you.